Hello, Taurus. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your new moon reading. We've got a new moon on the 24th of March 2020. New moons are all about planting seeds, about creating things, about starting things off, initiating things. And if you're watching this when I upload this video, so if it's still the weekend, then my new moon readings are half price and a half price sale. You can get the link for one of those up there. So that makes it 60 Australian dollars instead of 120 Australian dollars, which is about 40 US dollars as well. So amazing bargains. If you've always thought about trying out one of my private readings, then it's a great time to do that. Now, if you're watching this in the week, when it's the new moon or any time on a weekday, then I do have another half price sale coming up at the weekend. You'll have to go to BeHealing.com at the weekend to find out what reading is in the half price sale because I haven't decided yet. But you can find it there on the homepage of BeHealing.com. Right, so Taurus, what have we got going on? I'm Taurus too. What have we got going on this new moon? What's the story for Taurus this new moon? Heart opening. Heart opening. Touching people's lives, having your life touched, heart opening. Now, this could be something about community, you in community, Taurus. Maybe you're realizing how valued you are in your community, and how much you value the community around you, or how much you don't. Which part of the community or people that you've been with you don't value so much, that aren't that good for you. But yeah, I'm hearing for most of you, most of us, this is about heart opening, really understanding what community, the people around us, feels good to us. You know, when we get the warm and fuzzies, what feels good to us, what's important to us in community. People that touch our lives, and the other way around too, are important within our community as well. Interesting. So, willingness to sabotage. This is so interesting, this guidance, because this is saying to us that you might, with this acknowledgement of what's good for you in community, what you like in community, what you don't like, that kind of thing, getting some clarity on that, what opens your heart, what doesn't. You might look back and think, what was I doing hanging out with those people? Why was I trying to be part of that community? You might start, you know, sabotaging yourself even more by questioning your sabotages, thinking, what was I doing that for? Beating yourself up for the past. Don't do that. This is saying be willing to have had those sabotages in the past, because it's giving you the information that you want. Like, how would you even know what kind of community you want to be in if you hadn't experienced the flip side of it? It wasn't a sabotage. It was a lesson. It was understanding. It was an experience for you to get clarity on what you really want. And so don't sabotage yourself more by being unwilling to have experiences, like have negative experiences to learn. It's actually been good for you. So yeah, just be willing to learn from that instead of beating yourself up, Taurus. When you beat yourself up, Taurus, for things you've done in the past, don't do that. This new moon is also about finding new approaches, and especially this is about holding yourself back. It's a community thing too. Holding yourself back. So if you find that you're realizing that you've been trying to be part of a community that you're not really a part of, and you're really feeling like that now, and you're thinking, oh, this was a sabotage that I had, and I want to beat myself up for it, but I'm not going to do that because it's just something that I've learned. It could be that these communities that you've been trying to be a part of, trying to include yourself in, have been jealous of you because they're feeling the rift in the energy. They're feeling that you're not really part of that club. You're not really vibing at the same level as them. You're just trying to. And so your approach has kind of been wrong in doing that. And so rather than trying to appease these people and make them feel good, it's time to just back away from them. You're not going to be able to please them. Maybe that's what you've been trying to do, Taurus. You've been trying to please people that you don't need to please. You've been trying to join clubs that you're really not a part of and trying to please them. And maybe it's been working somewhat, but it's been actually undermining you. And you could, now we've got social isolation, you might be feeling that now, of the relief of not having to do that, of not having to people please. And so these people, they're not really your friends anyway. They're having poor reactions to you. If you were fully being yourself, they'd have poor reactions to you. So why are you trying to be part of that club if they're not really your kind of people, Taurus? So you've got a total community redirection going on. This is like getting clarity for you, Taurus, on what communities you're part of, how you've been trying to make yourself a part of communities that were really not you, feeling if you were really being yourself in those that aren't really for you, feeling, the judgment or the jealousy that's coming from them, feeling that rift. Where is this all leading? This clarity about communities that's happening. Where is it leading? It's leading for you. Of course, it's leading for you to be in communities that are good for you, because you deserve that, Taurus. You don't just need to give out your energy; you need to receive it too, and that means, a balanced community where everyone gives and receives. You're getting what you want, not what you don't want. Which I feel like quite a few of you, Taurus, that are watching this, you've been in certain communities that you haven't been able to receive back from. So you're creating new communities. That feels like, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of guru starting off some kind of a cult. You're not doing that, but we all have our personal communities, and it's not just one. We have various in our lives. This is about you creating the right communities for you, not starting them off, just joining them, and or just deciding you want to be in a different kind of community now, and forgiving it, moving forward. It was you that joined those communities anyway. It's you that's trying to be a part of it. It's not their fault. They're all vibing along with each other. Maybe there's a few other people that are trying to be part of it, like you were, that don't really belong there. But that's okay. Like, forgive them for being where they're at. You were never part of a club, and it's like, I don't know. It's like joining a surf club or something when you don't like surfing. Why? Why would you do that? And then you don't. You forgive them afterward, of course. Like they like surfing. They're allowed to like surfing. It doesn't mean that it was right for you. So very interesting. So let's go back through that. This new moon for you, Taurus, it's all about learning what warms your heart, what doesn't warm your heart, whose lives you touch, whose lives you don't touch. It's about getting really clear on that, about stopping the people pleasing, realizing who's your community, who's not your community, realizing the lessons that you've had, especially now you're taken away from communities and you're feeling what they were doing for you. This is especially a lesson about the communities you were trying to include yourself in that you're not really a part of, and it's you've not been able to be yourself in them anyway because of the fear of judgment and the fear of jealousy and shit like that. And so just backing the hell off from it. So be willing for it to be a sabotage in the past. It wasn't really a sabotage, it was just learning. And we need to do that. We need to have those negative experiences to be able to learn from it. Finding new approaches. Yeah, this is about those communities that you shouldn't have been in. New approach is just not to do that, and to really listen to yourself when you're doing that too, when you're having that urge to kind of join in something that just isn't you, and forgiving them. They're where they're at. They're in the right club. It's just that you weren't. It's okay. And this is leading you to creating the communities that you really want to be a part of, so that you can move forward in your life with the right people that are going to support you and that are going to warm your heart, and they're going to touch your life. You're going to receive from them. You're actually moving toward communities that you can receive from, Taurus. Isn't that great news? If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? Maybe you're having an aha right now about the community you've been trying to be in. It's not really you. I know it was ringing some of my bells when I was saying that. Share this as well if you think your friends could get benefit out of my readings. And remember, I've got a half price sale at the weekend, so check that out on behealing.com at the weekend. I hope you have an amazing new moon, Taurus. I'll see you next time. Bye.